Word, suede. So last time I was here, I vowed to drink less because that's a really long fucking staircase, and it took about a month to get down. Of course, you do have to get up to get down. Anyway, a couple of thoughts. It's a thrill to be here. It's always a thrill to be here. It is great to be back in New York. I want to thank Jason for putting this together. I want to give a shout out to Catherine Scott Nelson. Good luck tomorrow. Woo! Yeah. We love you. Thank you. And by the way, A Greater Monster just won a huge award itself, and we should not overlook that. God bless you, sir. A couple of thoughts. It's really great to be part of the Clapp family, and I was struck that never sounds right, but nonetheless, I was struck tonight that the family tends to hit a lot of themes that are very personal to me, so let me just touch base on them quickly, and we'll see what comes up during the reading. Upstate New York. I'm a native upstate New Yorker. It is good to be home, mostly. What's that word? Cemeteries. We'll definitely come back to cemeteries later. Drugs, always drugs. Icarus, for sure. Thank you, Kevin. So different now. We don't have copies of that here, but Icarus is one of the themes in that collection. Orgasms, always, totally. And boys in dresses. Kevin will have to talk later. I have one of those at home and love him to death. A couple of quick thoughts. Don't think of them as ground rules. If I was at work, I'd have to call them ground rules, but we're all friends here. But just quickly, I know a lot of social media types out here. If you decide to use my name or photo in any capacity later, please use the trademark symbol next to that, and please clear that with my publicist, Dave Fossil, over here. I appreciate that. There will be a hashtag for this reading. Hashtag Tanzer changed my life. Thank you. If you can use that, I would be thrilled. A couple of talking points in case anyone asks you about the reading later on. Obviously, Ben Tanzer changed my life. We love that one. I plan to name my firstborn Ben or Tanzer or both, boy or girl. Please feel free to use it. And of course, my life will never be the same. And finally, just because my publicist asked me to mention this, my publicist, Adam Lawrence, I apparently am no longer allowed to trade books for hand jobs, which was shocking to me. And a bit of a letdown. Nonetheless, we are in the Bowery, so I can trade hand jobs for drugs. So if you're holding, give me a shout. We'll take care of that after the show. We are, of course, in the middle of a presidential season, so I thought the best thing to do if we're going to pick some readings is maybe to vote. So if you all will help me out, I will base my readings on what you think is acceptable. Topic number 1. Any interest in masturbation? Hands, show of hands, a shout. Not bad, okay. Again, I'm an upstate New Yorker. Twilight Zone, anyone? Wow. Okay then. Just please note that Rod Serling and I went to the same high school, just not at the same exact moment. Again, I'm an upstate New Yorker. Any interest in deer strangulation? Deer. And finally, any references to Galactus?
Oh, yeah!
Devourer of all planets. Okay, so we are going to talk about masturbation anyway, just to set the tone. This is actually a story of 4 friends, 4 high school friends, and how their relationship. Timothy Gager, what's up, brother? Welcome, sir. Hashtag Gager. Hello, Boston. Anyway, this is a story of 4 friends, and as they roll out of high school and through college, how they interact. I had been thinking when this book came out that we tend, this is a social construct, to think of women as their relationships merging as they finish sentences for each other. And of course, we are in New York. Show Like Girls apparently supports that to some extent. I thought it'd be interesting to write a book about males who are so close they practically finish each other's sentences. We have 4 characters. We have Louis, the stoner Lothario. We have Sammy, the virgin observer dude. We have Gabe, the conflicted, dormant, homosexual, rock star, athlete guy. And we have Jake, the cutter, angry, possibly abusive person. Anyway, we're going to start with a scene between Louis the Lothario and Sammy the Virgin Observer. I should say this is clearly fiction. I don't know anything about any of this. And since my mom is in the room, let me say that I had never had sex in the house. Ever. Though you should know our second child was conceived during Thanksgiving 7 years ago in that very house. Anyway.